Good afternoon. I'm Sean Yao and this is One News Now. A COMELEC task force wants directors James Jimenez and Frances Arabe to be temporarily relieved from media relations duty. In a statement, task force head Commissioner Ray Bulay says he made the recommendation as internal investigations on the Pilipinas debate fiasco continues. Jimenez and Arabe were among the officials that represented the COMELEC in the deal with Impact Hub Manila to organize the first sets of presidential and vice presidential debates. Recall that the final debates did not push through last weekend due to payment issues. Bulay is still recommending that Jimenez and Arabe be allowed to continue other functions under the supervision of their committee heads. And Vice President Leni Robredo has decided to skip the COMELEC's presidential panel interviews. Robredo says she would rather spend the remaining days of the campaign period with her volunteer supporters. Instead, the vice president challenged fellow presidential aspirant Bongbong Marcos to a debate. The camp of the former senator rejected the challenge, citing several reasons, which they said Robredo already knows. And former Philippine diplomats and ambassadors have expressed support for the tandem of Vice President Leni Robredo and Senator Kiko Pangilinan. The signatories said they decided to back Robredo for her clear platform in governance and her position on the West Philippine Sea issue. The former officials added that Robredo has a much clearer foreign policy, which they think will help bring wider global support for the country's arbitral victory against China. One News Now is pausing for a quick break, but we will be back with more stories after that. Keep it here. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. Self-confessed drug lord Kerwin Espinosa has taken back his allegations against detained Senator Laila de Lima, saying he was coerced to make false testimonies. Camille Samonte with the report.
Over 5 years into the imprisonment of Senator Laila de Lima, Self-confessed drug lord Kerwin Espinosa recanted all of his allegations against the senator. In a counter-affidavit subscribed before the Justice Department, Espinosa said he had no dealings with De Lima related to the illegal drug trade in the New Bilibid prison. The counter-affidavit is Espinosa's response to a complaint affidavit filed by the NBI in his illegal drug trade case. The NBI used the confession of Espinosa during the Senate hearing on 2016 for the complaint. In a series of Senate hearings in 2016, Espinosa testified that De Lima was part of the illegal drug trade inside the New Bilibid prison during her stint as Justice Secretary. But in his counter-affidavit, Espinosa explained that all of his testimonies against De Lima were not true. Espinosa also said the statements he made against the detained senator were the result of pressure and coercion. For this, Espinosa apologizes to De Lima.
Ang sinasabi lang ni Kerwin sa counter-affidavit niya, never siya nakipag-deal, wala siyang transaksyon. At kung ano man yung nasabi niya against Senator De Lima, ibinabawi niya at humihingi din siya ng paumanhin, no? Apologizes for implicating Senator De Lima.
However, Espinosa's legal counsel, Attorney Raymond Palad, said his client did not disclose the identity of the person who pressured and coerced him to falsely testify against De Lima.
Ang sabi niya lang sa akin is that during the time na nag-testify siya sa Senate is that 3 weeks lang kamamatay ng father niya noon. And there are continuing threats noon sa buhay niya, sa pamilya, sa kapatid. Ang sinasabi sa kanya binabantayan namin yung pamilya mo, etc. In general lang naman, no names. And because of that pressure, kaya marami siyang kinwento. But as to names, wala siyang binanggit sa akin.
Recall that in 2016, his father, Alberta Leyte Mayor Rolando Espinosa Sr., was shot dead inside a jail cell. Espinosa Sr. was among the narco-politicians tagged by Duterte. The DOJ, however, asserted that Espinosa's recantation will not have any effect on their case against De Lima. This is also the explanation of Espinosa's legal counsel.
To clarify, hindi naman witness si Kerwin doon sa cases against Senator De Lima. In the 3 cases pending sa Muntinlupa, he was never presented as a witness. So yung recantation niyan to is more on recanting his statements given sa Senate inquiry. Sa court naman, hindi naman nag-testify si Kerwin.
De Lima was originally charged with 3 drug cases but has already been acquitted in 1 case last year. De Lima's lawyer Philip Bontacarden said that Espinosa's recantation shows that the testimonies and evidence against the detained senator were all fabricated. They are hoping that other witnesses will also come out to confess how they were coerced into making false testimonies against De Lima. The detained senator is also hoping that in the end, truth and justice will prevail. For News 5, Camille Samonte, We Are One News.
The hearing into Senator Laila De Lima's drug case continues today at the Muntinlupa Regional Trial Court. Marlene Alcaide joins us from Mandaluyong to give us the details. Hi Marlene, good afternoon. What's the latest in Senator De Lima's drug case?
Good afternoon, Sean. Senator Laila De Lima welcomes this latest development. As we've been reporting, self-confessed drug lord Kerwin Espinosa took back his statements saying he was pressured to testify against the senator. De Lima attended today's hearing on her drug case through online conference. Her supporters also flocked to the Muntinlupa Hall of Justice to protest and demand her freedom earlier this morning. They hope that De Lima will soon be released following Espinosa's retraction of previous statements linking her to illegal drug trade at the New Bilibid prison. Senator De Lima is facing 2 drug-related cases before the Muntinlupa RTC. In Espinosa's counter-affidavit made public yesterday, Espinosa said he had no dealings with the senator. He said he was just pressured into testifying against De Lima by the police. However, the Justice Department's Prosecutor General said Espinosa's action won't affect De Lima's case as he is not a witness. The senator's lawyer, Bonnie Tacardon, seconded this, but urged other witnesses to come forward with the truth to hopefully clear De Lima's name. Sean, Senator De Lima posted a series of tweets to welcome this latest development on her case. She says she has already forgiven those who conspired to have her detained, and she's hopeful that the truth will finally set her free. The senator's next hearing is scheduled on May 27. Sean?
All right, thank you so much for that update. Marlene Alcaide reporting to us live from Mandaluyong. Thanks, Marlene. And former Integrated Bar of the Philippines President Domingo Cayosa believes that Espinosa's retraction will have serious implications, not just on Senator De Lima's drug case. In an interview with Radyo 5, Cayosa said that Espinosa's move clearing De Lima's name will impact the public's perception of the government.
Malaki talaga ang mawawala sa tiwala at bilib ng taong bayan dun sa kaso laban kay Senator De Lima, at maaring maniwala sila sa paningin ng iba na politically motivated lang ito para patahimikin siya at ikulong siya para hindi siya makapag-function bilang opposition senador.
Cayosa also believes that the police and the prosecution team should be held liable for using false testimony.
Doon ho naman sa DOJ at sa kapulisan, may trabaho sila ngayon. Dapat alamin nila kung totoo ito, di ba dapat panagutin nila yung mga pulis at mga prosecutor na gumamit nitong hindi pala totoong testimonya.
More than 100,000 job vacancies will be up for grabs this coming Labor Day. Labor Secretary Silvestre Bello III said local and overseas employment opportunities from 900 employers nationwide will be available on May 1. This includes over 28,000 overseas job opportunities in Saudi Arabia, in the UAE, Qatar, Japan, Singapore, and the United Kingdom. Most of these vacancies are in manufacturing, BPO, and retail and sales. The Labor Day job fair will take place in 26 sites across the country. And for more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Masks on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I am Sean Yao. We are One News.